Hello everyone, welcome back to Jolie's Tea Time. Basically not back because this is the first episode. So now we're gonna move on to the next step. We're gonna make her neck and arms. So first, gonna take the white and let's look a little bit at her clothes. She's gonna have a collar and like no sleeves shirt. So we're just gonna have to make her shoulder to make sure that it will go well. Gonna wrap it and get white clay and then wrap around the neck. Leave a little bit of space on top so you can insert the head. Like this. Okay. Push the head down a little bit so it blend together. Okay. Just take the head out for now. Sorry, Miku. And we're gonna make her shoulder and arm. Usually, because you already have a skeleton, you're usually just gonna get a small piece and trying to mold it out, flatten it a little bit, and put it onto the skeleton. This, and remember to use your fingers or the tools to flatten out the connection. So usually for the shoulder, just gonna wrap all the white around it first. So let's just focus on the shoulder. Beautiful square shoulder for two sides. Okay, after you have already wrapped the shoulder with white, next is her arm. So I usually just gonna pick a white piece and roll it out. Then we put it inserted into the wire we already prepared. Wrapped it around the wire and smooth out the transition. So if to make it easier, you should stretch her arm out like this and adjust the shoulder. You should use the tool to smooth out all the drawer. And it's a arm. Another way to do that is to wrap the arms around the wire. And just a little bit here. So that like it's all covering all of the wire. And to make her hands, just like my hands, you can just add a little bit, just a little bit more clay at the end. and shrink the parts, create. Create the wrist over here. Now does this look like an arm? And we do the same thing with the other side. Here we go. And for the hands, we just add a little bit more to it at the end. And create the wrist. Now look at that. She already have 2 arms. Next up, we're gonna make her clothes. Okay, and then the next step after we already have the hands and shoulders and the heads, it's making her outfit. So, as we can see, her outfit is a sleeveless shirt that is gray. So, I don't have gray clay, but we can always match the color to make new colors. So we should use white and black, more white and black, to make this gray color. So to save time, I skipped the part where I mix them. And now we can get right into making the shirt. So how we should do it is that we gonna make it just like how we make real clothes. Make fabric and then we put it on the body. I'm just gonna make a small circle and then just gonna spread it out to make it look like a piece of fabric, creating an outfit for our Miku. And then, so if you remember, the silhouette shape goes like this. So we're trying to make the top, the upper part thinner than the other. So we can, after we make a flat and big fabric, we just have to cut it a little bit. And clear up the unnecessary part. And then we have something that looks like this. Then all we need to do left is put it on her body. This might be a little bit too big of a shoulder. Fix it a little bit. And then we put it on. And then you're going to gently tap so that it fits onto the body. And because you remember the silhouette, we're just going to try to fit it like this around and to wrap it around the body. And you should remember to leave a little bit of space like this here so that it looks like the shirt is flowing. And then for the other part, you can use a tool to make it stick to her body and smoothen out any other hair. There we go. Don't worry if the back does not have full clay. We can always fill it up later. Yeah, we should press it in, let it fit onto her body. Try to create better silhouette. we do the same thing for the other side. Okay, we do the same thing for the other side. We make flat fabric. Should make sure it's not the same length. It's really hard, but let's try. Make it the same length. And we cut the fabric. Then we're just gonna put it in. Okay. Then we try to wrap it around her, but still make it flowy a little bit, like this. So we're trying to wrap it around her to create that nice silhouette, but still make it flowy. And with the other part, we're just trying to mend it together, you know, because it's clay, so really easy to do. And so we have a beautiful gray shirt for our Hatsune Miku. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more beautiful by making it more flowy. Ooh. If you want, for this middle part, you can just make it slide so it looks like a shirt that is buttoned up. There we go. We have a flowy shirt. And now I'm gonna make the color. It's like how I make this color for my princess here. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna simplify it and make it into the leaf shape. We're gonna take a small piece and then we're gonna put it together, press it outward, and you make a leaf. And then you're gonna stick it on to bigger. What's the color? Should make it a little bit thick so we can see color. It's up. Same thing like this. So the same thing happens with the other side. We do the same thing. Make a circle and then and we're just gonna smooth it out to give it more of a 3D effect and make it look like a real color. Sure. There we go. Jolie. So it does not look 100% like a color, but I think it's good. Okay, next we're gonna make the tie. tie for Hatsune Miku. In order to make that, we're gonna simplify the tie into shapes. So we're gonna need a rectangular shape by using this super small piece. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit, and not really rectangular, a little bit of a triangle. And plan it out like this. We're gonna put it right under the collar. And then we're gonna use this small piece, make it long, because it's a tie, you know, and then make it flat. And then for one side, you're gonna make it flatter than the other to make it look bigger. And at the tip of that end, pull it together so it's pointy like a tie. And there we go. It does look like a tie, doesn't it? And then we piece the two pieces together. There we have a tie. Okay, to add just a little bit more to make the outfit more detailed, it's gonna make a pocket. Let me look up for my yellow. Here we go. And make a small yellow one. Here it is. We have finished the top shirt of Hatsune Miku. Next step, we're gonna do the skirt. Welcome back, everyone. So you can see this, our Miku is coming together. Next, after we are done with the shirt, now it's her dress. So we can just have a small reference, excuse me, Miku, and here, and then so we're just gonna break it down a little bit into steps. First, I think we should make the fluff, because that's the bottom layer, and it's really important to help us cover this brown and create flowy dress that also help our Miku stand strong. Let me take this. And in order to make that fluff, we're just gonna take a piece of clay and roll it out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Miku. Just hang in there, almost done. And have a beautiful dress. I told you it's gonna be so heavy. That's why we need a really, oops. Head is too heavy. We need a really strong foundation, skeleton. We need a really strong skeleton. Where we do all of this aluminum foil and clay together. Hey Miku, please don't fall down anymore. Just stand still for me for a while. Oh, she's standing. Okay, and we're just gonna roll out like this. And we're gonna flatten it. Make it flatter. As flat as you can. Okay, make it up and down, fold it a little bit so it looks flowy. Don't worry if you're running out of clay, you can just make more. Like this. You can put her down so it's easier for you to wrap it around. And because this is clay and not fabric, you have to use your hand to pull it out a little bit. Make it look like a bowl, but flat. And stick to the bottom. Make it thick so it's like a ruffle. And we do the same thing for the back. This is so much fun! And flatten it. Hello everyone! Look at this, we are almost done. So finally we just need a skirt, and the skirt's gonna be black and long. It will cover the truffle, and then we gonna have a full Hatsune Miku. So in case the hat will fall down again, because it's really heavy, I'm just gonna put it over here so she can rest a little bit. Hey, in order to make a dress, you're gonna need a lot of black. And there's two ways we can do this. First is similar to this shirt, where we can make really long fabric and then cover it so that it's look like floats, or because this is a folded dress skirt, we can also make small pieces and layer it together. But I'm gonna go with the first option because it's easier to do is first. The second is that it's really flowy, just like the shirt. We're gonna take the black, make a circle, and then trying to flatten it, make it flat. Remember to look at the length so you know when to and then make it final. It would be better if the bottom it's a bit thicker so that you can like point it up and it will hold the form. So here, the first layer, in order to make it a little bit better, I'm going to cut it a little bit here and there. This side. The top of the piece, it should be as thin as possible. Bottom should be thick, but the top should be thin. And so after you wash my tutorial, as I already said before, this is a 3D thing, so it's better if we do it by layers. So the bottom should be done first, and because the shirt is on top of the skirt, we should also do it first. But I want to see the form of the shirt, so that that's why I did the shirt first. By the way, it's not fit. Here. Okay, you can pull up this shirt just a little bit. to the base. Okay, let's make the other with the same formula. Let's do the same thing. Let's speed it up. Here is the beautiful dress for our Hatsune Miku. Let's just put the hats on to see what this look like. Wow, she's coming together to life. Look at this. Okay, what are we missing? Of course, the face for our beloved Miku. Usually when I do the face, I just do a happy face like with super duper happy eyes. Or we can do face with eye closed, cheering so hard, because it's really simple. Instead of do really complicated face, you can and make it ugly. We just do it really simple. Really considered and fun face. Next, the final thing we could do, I think this is already done if you like it, but if you really want to bring it to another level, we can do the final thing, which is her 2 arm pieces, and that will be it. So for the 2 arm pieces, she's gonna take a small piece of black and roll it like this and like aim for the lengthy one and flatten it all the way out so that we can create something to wrap around her. Okay, that should be good. Yeah. So it should be a really thin piece like this, and then we would put it together. And then we're gonna roll a super thin line of the green to create line and decorate it better. The really intricate part of the process, so be so very careful. And with the excessive part, just cut it out. So this is one arm, and we can finish the same thing with the other. everyone, after doing some final adjustments, this is our final product. I made a little bit more adjustments in the hair, small texture, tie, go on the side, and she's saying hi to everyone with longish skirt and their truffle. Isn't she looks so cute? And so that's how we make a clay figure of Hatsune Miku. It's a little bit long and hard, but part of it's good, isn't it? And we make it together. That's it for this episode. Stay tuned for next episode to see what other things we could do during my tea time. And this is Jolie from Jolie's Tea Time. See you next time. Oh, and I forgot, this is Jolie again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.